Woke up this morning, I got myself. Nah. What's up, bro?
What the deal, baby? What the deal?
Well, we
Yo,
back.
we here, man. We here, man. We back. Another episode. Stay winning. We in the building. We gonna make it do what it
Yes,
do.
sir.
Listen, we ain't gonna play no games. Okay? We ain't gonna play no games. Tyrese Haliburton shut everybody down so far this postseason.
He shut everybody up.
Listen, man,
Yeah.
they look good. Indiana Pacers look like they are going to be a tough out.
I'll get them their props. They've always been a team that's capable of scoring like 140 points like it's nothing,
Yeah,
right? And that's not even maximizing what everybody can do.
yeah.
But they go like nine deep and they can get double figures from a bunch of folks. So they got some ballers on that squad, man, for sure.
So man, look, I'm watching the game, right? And
Yeah,
just playing basketball growing up, looking
yeah,
at
yeah,
things for what they is. Whenever there's been a defender who's been able
yeah.
to actually move their feet and pressure up on Tyrese, he hot garbage.
You think so?
Yeah, he ain't got no moves. You know what I mean? He ain't got no move. Now he played great within the system. He played great off of screen and action. He knows how to run the pick and roll. But when you man up on him and make him try to put the ball down and go into his bag, man, his bag got a hole in it. He ain't got no moves.
I, au contraire, mon frère.
I'm trying-
Man, look, I'm gonna tell you, I had this thought the other day, man. I'm so glad you brought this up because I was thinking that the other day. I was like, man, Tyrese Haliburton, because my journey with Tyrese Haliburton is similar to what you're saying. I watched him. I caught a glimpse of him playing against Seton Hall when they were in college. He was playing for Iowa State, whatever the one with the red jersey. I forget.
Yeah,
I think that's Iowa State.
yeah.
And playing against Seton Hall, and it was a close game,
Mhm.
and then they stretched on him because he just started going off.
Right,
And I'm looking at this guy play, dribbles high, he's lanky, he don't look fast at all. I'm like, how is this dude getting open for one? And
right,
then with that like weird form, how in the world is that shot going in?
right.
So just like the rest of the world, man, just like the NBA players who voted in that crap earlier this season voted, I underrated Tyrese Haliburton.
Yeah.
Now, fast forward to that year's draft,
Mhm.
the Knicks had a lottery pick, and we needed a point guard, and I thought we were going to take Tyrese Haliburton, and we didn't. We
Mhm.
took Obi Toppin, right? And later on, we got Emmanuel quickly. So we did all right. But
Yeah,
I'm like, man, Tyrese Halliburton was right there. And I know that, his game is weird,
yeah,
but we needed a point guard and he's an assist guy, right?
yeah, yeah,
Sacramento ended up taking him.
yeah.
But even now, the other day, just like I said, just as we speak, other day, I'm thinking to myself, like, this dude dribbles high. He's weird. He's not fast. Like, what is it about him?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. You just said if you press up on him and you can slide those puppies, you can shut him down. He's hot garbage.
Right.
Well, he sent Giannis home
Yeah. He did.
to his to his face.
Yeah.
One
Yeah.
one on one, mano y mano,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
layup,
Yeah.
layup over a shot blocker, man.
Yeah.
The dude
Yeah.
that got him by 5 inches.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I think that yes, it's easy to look at him and just be like, yo, man, this dude, he ain't got nothing. He ain't got no
Right.
moves, like you
Right.
said. He killed Giannis with the cross,
Yeah.
with that hang cross.
Yeah.
He laid that thing up. He don't miss wide open shots.
Yeah.
Whether it's a three or a layup,
Yeah.
he's not missing those.
Yeah.
I mean, earlier this season, dude hit a 3-pointer to win the game, a 4-point play to win a game.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, it's
How much?
it's it's weird, man, because like I give him a respect because he's a baller. He's come up clutch. He's never shied away from the moment. And he's put his team in a position to win. And it's funny that you mentioned Obi Toppin, right? You wanted Tyrese Halliburton, y'all get Obi Toppin. Sacramento gets Halliburton, gets traded to Indiana, Obi Toppin, Indiana. They were meant to be together, apparently. So,
Hey,
you know what I mean? It's
yeah,
crazy, man. I look, yo, I don't know as of right now, tonight. we got a game 6 in New York against Boston,
Yeah,
right? I want New York to win because that's going to be great. 90s basketball rivalry renewed. Indiana, New York. You know what I mean? Spike Lee,
yeah.
Reggie Miller. That's going to be big time TV. I don't know if Boston can beat Indiana without Jason Tatum. With
But you
how
think you
hot,
think they might be able to beat the Knicks without Jason Tatum?
listen, the way it looked yesterday, I don't listen. New York got to win game 6. They do not want to go back to Boston 3-3 with the
Yeah, yeah,
momentum in Boston's favor. You know what I'm saying? Like you never want to go back to the home team for the game 7. Like you just don't want to do that. You know what I mean? Like you
yeah,
do not, especially coming down from 3-1. So, you know what I mean? New York got to win game 6. They got to.
yeah,
But I don't know if anybody can. I don't know if Boston without Jason Tatum can beat Indiana with the way Indiana has been playing. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. Those
So
would be some high scoring games though, because
absolutely
I don't know that Indiana plays good enough defense to stop Boston from hanging 140 on them too.
correct, correct,
So so
correct.
it's you mentioned the rivalry, man. I feel like that rivalry was renewed last year.
Yeah,
Um, Indiana beat the Knicks, knocked the Knicks out of the playoffs last year, and went on to the conference finals. They were able to do it because they played better, and the Knicks were decimated by injuries,
that's the
like
only reason why. That's the
decimated.
only reason why I'm pausing on it. Like yeah, I understand the matchup, but that wasn't the New York team that they'll see if New York finishes Boston off tomorrow night. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying?
for sure.
It's big game.
Like last year, if I remember correctly, man, OG was hurt. OG Ananobi was out hurt. Julius Randle was hurt.
Yep.
Um, Jalen Brunson got hurt,
Mm-hmm.
but was still playing, but he was laboring.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Hart strained abdominal pull. He got hurt. Bogdanovich, I think, or Bojan, I forget which one we had. Sorry, forgive me on that.
Yeah.
But Bogdanovich got hurt. Mitchell
Yep.
Robinson got hurt. I'm not making this up.
Yeah.
That's how many players. That's how many key
Yeah.
players were
Absolutely.
knocked out of that series just on the Knicks side of things, right? So Indiana didn't see the Knicks at their full health, their full strength.
Yeah.
To your point, the Knicks got to get past Boston. The sooner they do it, the better, because you don't want to put extra pressure on yourself if you can avoid it.
Yeah.
I would expect a Knicks Indiana matchup to
Mm.
be one that you
Epic.
have to tune in
Oh
for. You
gosh.
got to tune in for it.
Epic.
You
Epic.
you know who I kind of like, but there's a caveat
All right.
on Indiana.
Who that?
So Indiana pulled this off, man. They actually play a 2 point guard lineup.
They do.
They got Tyrese Haliburton and they got Nimhard out there.
Yeah.
Now, last year in the playoffs, they tried everybody guarding Jalen Brunson. The person who had the most confidence doing it, I'm not even gonna say success because Jalen was on a roll last year, but
Yeah.
the most confidence doing it was Nimhard.
Yeah.
Um, and what I've seen, I don't know if NBA players feel this way or have seen it. I feel like Nimhard guarding Jalen Brunson allowed him to watch and study Jalen so intensely that he actually mimics Jalen's game now.
Yeah. Yeah.
The difference though is that Jalen is 6'2", big body guard, well listed at 6'2", big body guard, and Nimhard is a 6'4", wiry guard,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So you got that height and everything, but it looks like he tries his best to do some of the moves that Jalen does. The early gather when he drives um down the middle of the through the free throw line, he gathers at the free throw line. Those turnaround like step back fadeaways that's close to the basket. I think Nimhard tried to do all of that, man. He's not as good of a shooter
Yeah.
as Jalen Brunson is, in my opinion,
Yeah.
on those particular shots.
Yeah.
But I think he's a fan. I
Yeah.
think he's a Jalen Brunson fan.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We talking about the Knicks and the Indiana. Let's really talk real quick about the possible effect of this injury for Boston in moving forward for next year, right? We understand that Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are both $300 million salaries,
It's a lot of money.
right?
Yeah,
You got Porzingis, Drew, White. These are the core nucleus, and of course the sixth man of the year, and Pritchard. Okay,
yeah,
you want to keep that nucleus together, right?
yep.
But financially, I don't really think you can. Um, and I don't know with this injury because this is a Achilles tear in the playoffs. So the likelihood of him coming back next year is slim, right?
I
Unless he
think he
has
can come back in February.
maybe, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, no, I'm not a doctor, but
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just telling you what I
he
think.
comes back
Yeah,
in February. Let's say mid-February, beginning February. He ain't gonna be the same Jason Tatum for
not
another.
right away.
Yeah, right. So I'm thinking this Boston Celtics management got a major decision to make.
Yes,
You know what I mean? And there you're going to get pieces whichever one you get off of. Whether it's Jason Tatum, you're going to get pieces for because of who he is, and you're going to get pieces for Jaylen Brown, right?
yeah.
Do you think it's wise for them to try to rebuild and get under this salary cap luxury tax? Or do you think it's better for them to keep those two together and build like kind of like Miami, a bunch of mid-level people around the nucleus? Now, of course, Miami
Uh,
had three, but they all took
Yeah,
pay cuts. You get what I'm saying? To be able to build that roster out. Do you think that Boston should do something like that to keep Brown and Tatum together, or you think they should get off of one of
it's well, I'll say this, it's not about what I think, it's about what the new owner of the Celtics think.
them?
And what what that dude paid $6.1 billion for is insane. First of all, that's the most for like a North American sports franchise ever,
Correct.
ever,
Correct.
right? And it's not like James Dolan who owns the New York Knicks and Madison Square Garden,
Right.
right? Where you can make money off of the arena. The new Celtics owner just owns the Celtics. That's
That's
it.
it. Yeah.
And what he also got with that $6.1 billion purchase was the highest payroll in the league
Correct.
in a luxury tax bill that's insane, right? I
Correct.
don't even know the amount, but I just know it's a lot.
Right.
So did he buy the team so that he can just win championships and bleed money? I doubt it, right? I think, and not just I think, I trust that somebody who's in position to raise the funds to buy a team, to buy a sports franchise like that, also has the savvy, also has the plans and the guts to turn it into a profitable
Business.
enterprise.
Yeah.
Right. And so I don't know if that means, well, I'll say this. I think that means you have to get rid of that luxury tax.
Mm-hmm.
And the way that the Celtics show that they could play with just Jaylen Brown is promising, right? But it also raises Jaylen Brown's stock.
It does.
It shows that he's a max level player,
Mm-hmm.
which he already has that max level contract,
Mm-hmm.
which also means that before next season starts, if they really wanted to, they could look to figure out a trade
Mm-hmm.
that would get them pieces for Jaylen Brown and maybe either Porzingis or Drew Holiday.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if that's enough, but I'm just trying to like figure out like how do you get underneath that luxury tax,
Yeah.
right? You can't pay everybody.
Yeah.
Um, Personally, I think keeping Jason Tatum is the move. I know that it's hard to say that when somebody has a major injury of this nature,
Yeah.
but I look at two factors. Kevin Durant.
Mm-hmm.
If Tatum can return to form a few years later like Kevin Durant did, he's worth it.
Yeah.
And that few years matters because Tatum's extension kicks in next season.
Right.
Right? He signed a 300 and something million dollar extension that starts the 2025-26 season. It's a 5 year extension.
Yeah.
So if I'm another team, I'm not taking
That on. Yeah.
half season 2025, 2026 Tatum with
Yeah.
a 313 something like that $1 million contract. No. So I think the best move the Celtics can make is to move Jalen Brown plus some other pieces
Yeah.
in order to get underneath the luxury tax. But they can do it and still be competitive.
Yeah. 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 And I agree. The game looks different for Boston without Jason Tatum. The ball sticks when Jason Tatum is on the floor. The ball doesn't stick when he's not on the floor. So it's going to be interesting to see how they play. I think that might be the right move. I think Boston will prefer Jason Tatum over Jalen Brown, the fan base. Um,
Yeah, I
so
agree.
before we wrap this up and finish up, I got to talk about this team and to me the best player in the NBA. Okay, he is not the Marvel character. Okay, but boy, he is
Okay.
acting like a Marvel character right now in the
Right, right.
NBA.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
what you
no,
talking about?
no, we're not talking about him.
J-
No,
Jalen Brunson?
no. He got to win first. Ant-Man
Okay.
is in the Western Conference Finals. Okay, and listen, let me tell you something. His teams are sending legends home. He's sending them on vacation. Okay, look, he got LeBron and Luca. They somewhere training to get Luca in championship shape. You know what I'm saying? You heard what JJ
Hold on.
said.
Hold on. He got he sent old man LeBron home and
Yep,
fat Luca.
yep. Yes,
So
he did.
when you say legends, remember this. Remember
Right.
this. Jordan was 38
He did. He was.
when his numbers fell off.
He did. That's true.
LeBron is almost 41 and his
That's
numbers
true.
didn't quite fall off like MJ's did,
No, they
but
didn't.
you know that he's old. Like
Yeah, definitely.
so I don't count LeBron as a legend being sent home, just like I wouldn't count a 38-year-old MJ as a legend being sent home.
I got it.
Um, however, young Luca is a legend that got sent home
Listen,
for
man.
sure.
Listen, like I get it. Minnesota beat depleted Golden State team, right? They didn't have their gun, right? But I'm gonna tell you what,
Another old guy, but a legend
right?
nonetheless.
I'm gonna tell you what. Minnesota looked like the team to beat out west. They look like the
Mm.
team that it don't make a difference if it's OKC or Denver. Them jokers,
I
they
thought you was
look
about to.
like they are ready to take the next step. And
I
this is
thought
a
you was about to
player.
hit me with the OKC, KFC,
I was about
CBS,
to. I almost hit it with you, boy. Oh, you
Timberwolves in
already
five.
know, boy. Listen, man. Um, Julius, the grown man Randall, has stepped his game up in such a fashion that when I tell you I'm a fan of the way this Joker plays hard, I'm a fan. He does
What'd
not
you
make the
say?
same. Listen,
What you
he
say there,
used to make.
Talib?
Listen, bro.
What'd you say?
You heard what I said. He used to make some
Finally,
crazy mistakes as a Knick.
finally.
He don't make those same mistakes with Minnesota. Like his game looked very polished playing in
Well,
Minnesota.
keep in mind, like he spent half of this season trying to find his identity in
True.
Minnesota.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's funny how the narrative has switched, right? Because regular season, everybody was, not say everybody, but a lot of fans were saying Karl Anthony Towns was the A side of that trade
Yeah. Yeah.
because of his performance during the regular season.
Yeah.
Now we're in the playoffs, and Minnesota has been able to walk through two teams with legends on those rosters, like you said.
Yeah.
They're playing really well.
Yeah.
Now it's like, wow, look at Julius Randle. He
Yeah.
looks like the A side
Yeah.
of that trade. And
Yeah.
I don't have an argument. I don't have an argument against that. I love Julius Randle when he was with the Knicks. I
Yeah.
love him with the Timberwolves. Like
Yeah.
I became a fan of his when he was with the Knicks, and I'm not going to stop being a fan of his just because he's wearing a different jersey, unless he's playing against the Knicks. Now look,
Which is
here's a
possible.
situation though.
Which is
It's,
possible in
it's
the
possible.
finals. Yeah.
But here's the thing, man. I don't think Minnesota is the team to beat just yet. I think
Okay.
OKC is the team to beat, and they may be getting beat right now. I don't even know.
Right.
They're playing right now,
Yeah.
and they may be losing. Right? We'll see. We'll find out after we finish talking. But here's the key to OKC. We already know SGA,
Yeah.
best scorer, best natural scorer in the league this year.
Right.
Jalen Williams stepped up, first time All Star, balling out of control. Looks like a great compliment to SGA.
Yeah.
But here's the part that kind of blows me away, man. Defensive ratings.
Mhm.
Top defensive rated player in the league is Kaysen Wallace.
Mhm.
He's on that OKC team and nobody even talks about him.
Yeah.
And then they got four more players in the top 10 of the defensive ratings, or maybe five more in the top 10 of the defensive ratings, and we don't talk about their defense.
Yeah. Yeah.
We just look at them as a team that can score.
Yeah.
But OKC to me, if Denver don't beat them,
Yeah.
if Denver, because Denver is really
Oh yeah.
competitive and
I mean,
coming close.
listen. Oof. Yeah.
If
Yeah.
Denver don't beat them, I don't know that another team is going to get this close to doing it.
I'm gonna tell you this. This is my stance on it. I got OKC. I still got OKC win it all. But the playoffs right now, just looking at the playoffs, I don't know if you want to test them waters with Minnesota right now because you have that superstar, right? And what makes Ant-Man, what to me, what made him special about the way he finished Golden State off was he wasn't even the leading scorer last night,
Yeah,
but he had 12 assists. So
yeah,
he got his shots off. He did what he had to do to put points on the board, but he trusted his teammates. Julius Randle, 29. Like
yeah.
they had six players in double figures last night.
But
And
Julius
that,
Randle was on one.
no, he
Last night he
did.
was on one.
No,
He was
he
like
bugging. He
at
bugging.
at one,
He
one
bugging.
point he was like 9 for 12,
He's bugging.
right?
Okay?
Yeah,
Like, listen, Draymond Green, you might be a defensive specialist, but against Julius Randle, you look like a little child. Like he grown man you all game yesterday.
yeah,
Like you couldn't do nothing to stop Julius
yeah,
Randle yesterday. Like he
yeah.
was
Them
too
legs, them
small.
legs felt good. Them legs felt
He
good
was
because
too small yesterday.
Jew was at the rim, and we all know he's left-handed. Why was
Right.
he getting so many left-handed layups?
Right.
Like
Yeah.
we all know that's where he's
Yeah.
going with it.
Yeah.
Why was that so easy? But yeah, man, he was on one, and you know the dude that I have a ton of respect for. Like, yes, I like Ant-Man a lot. I do not believe that Ant-Man is the same tier player yet as SGA. He's
Woo!
getting there. I think he has a superstar personality. I don't think he
Okay.
has the game
Okay.
that SGA has or that
Check.
Joker have. I don't think Ant-Man's there yet.
This is
But here's the thing.
go ahead.
He he has the personality.
Yeah.
But Jaden McDaniels,
Yeah.
he is an unsung hero, man.
Hmm.
Jaden McDaniels play lockdown defense, and there have been times in this year's playoffs, when the Minnesota Timberwolves looked stagnant and Jaden came down like, give me the
Yeah.
ball,
Yeah.
and he's been the spark plug.
Yeah.
So you got a couple of guys that could do that. Randall, DiVincenzo, McDaniels, and you also have your star, Ant-Man,
Got it.
who sets the tone.
This is gonna be my way too early prediction for next year. Next year, the American basketball player will bring back the most valuable player award back to American player. SGA is going to win it this year, and I think the last four has been foreign players. Embiid, the Joker, multiple times. I think SGA,
That's it.
Giannis, and SGA is going to win it this year. Ant-Man will be the first American to win the MVP. He's going to win MVP next year to put him on that level that you just stated that he's not on yet because SGA is a step above. I think next year, Ant-Man wins the MVP. Man, he's taking off at the right time.
He has the personality, like the outgoing personality,
Mm-hmm.
but he also has to clean it up. and he hasn't shown the self discipline to clean it up.
Next
The
year.
the league is the league don't want to promote the guy that curses in every post game
Yeah, yeah,
interview.
yeah,
I don't think we're there, right? So he has to compete against the guys that are just as good or just as impactful, but have cleaner images.
yeah, yeah,
So that's the thing. He got to clean it up, man. He got to show some discipline. He got to get his life together. But he's a baller.
yeah, man.
He's a
Let us
baller.
know what y'all think about Ant-Man. Let us know what y'all think about Julius Randle, Minnesota, OKC, the Knicks, Tyrese Haliburton, Jimmy Butler. Look like the old Jimmy Butler. He looked like the dude from Coming to America. What is it, Velvet? Y'all know what it is. It's Stay Winning in the building. See us next week. Ah.